Find a way to let things crossing the fire. What does this do? Reduces the cooldown of spells. Holy hell. 110? Oh, 100. I'm broke. Oh, what the hell are you anyways? Oh. Oh. Well. Good old Phantom Jolt. Let's Phantom Bolt. Rhyme Spike. Surge of Glory. Concussive Bolt. Damn. Wow. Is this a single target? Yeah, that's just a single. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Hmm. I'm pretty sure I think I wanted to have AoE spells. Yeah, I think I wanted to have AoE spells more than anything. Here, back up. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna start switching things up a little bit. Definitely need to up her lore though. Definitely need to up her lore. Yeah, it's fine. Go and reset. What is this one? The Tetris Light, Dazed Affliction. Oh, that's oh. Hold on. That's a cone. Oh, blarg. Never mind. She's gonna have to stay that way until we can get some lore going.
I got it.
So anyways, Ebb nods at your approach and offers a curt bow.
What is it you need?
Okay.
At your service, Fatebinder. What do you need?
My Lord Binder, what can I do for you?
Okay, nothing more to talk about with those, with any of them.
Sorry, I can't.
Well, rude. Sure you can't. To the fate binder. Need to find a way to this and to do another certain person's quest. Without the aid of a forge bound, there's no way to help Beric. Search for a specialized smith that would not be opposed to disobeying Kairos' law. With wealth and influence, you may be able to hire a loyal smith and provide them with a forge at which to work, and an awakened spire might make the perfect location for a smithy. Huh. Huh. This is definitely unfortunate. Vengeance Well Citadel. 22 hours? Yeah, sure. Well, so much for getting into there. All our stuff in here? The training. Because I know I bought a couple merchants in here. Just where are they? Oh yeah. A merchant with a motley collection of items, corpse eye, a battlefield scavenger with many unique items for sale. A smith, yeah, Kenrick, a smith who regularly produces weapons. Okay. I guess I gotta go to the top of the tower? Is that where I need to go? Weird. Ah, corpse eye. Fadebinder, come take a look. I've got a Beastman's club in here. I doubt that very much. You step up to the huckster and peer down into the box. It's full of assorted junk, nothing more. Before you can comment, you notice him reaching for your ring belt out of the corner of your eye. Grab his hand. He makes a high-pitched squeal that echoes over the expanse of the valley. I didn't mean anything about it. I promise. I just wanted to see how many rings that you had, so I could just adjust my prices accordingly. Purpose at your service. I've come into possession of some items that might be of interest. He waggles his eyebrows. Are these stolen? At first, he seems about ready to spout off a hasty answer, but he pauses and reconsiders. No, in the sense that they aren't stolen, but yes, in the sense that I'm not entirely. He coughs into his fist. Licensed. But wait. Before you throw me into Tunon's dungeon for worse, consider this. We aren't standing on Terratus. We're standing high above any citizen who is subject to the Overlord's law. This place couldn't possibly be subject to the same rules that govern down there. Don't presume to understand Kairos' will. I need to consider the legalities. In the meantime, I'll take a look at your goods. Wow. All right, then. Oh. It has better dodge, but not very good endurance. Ooh. I might be able to accept that, actually. Oh, actually, the parry would go down. Great. What is your highest, anyways? Your parry is the highest. Your dodge, I actually want your dodge to go up. By the way, Henrik is who I'm looking for. Have you made me anything lately? Sure did. Come right here and I'll show you. Um. Oh, it has an increased range? Why is that? I don't think I want him to have ranged weapon. That's weird. Oh, by the way, that's... Oh, never mind. That's a two-handed anyway, so... That's two-handed anyway, so... Never mind. I can't buy that, so... Wait. That make me lose my stuff? Oh no, I get... Oh no, I just get it back. House. Okay, well. Anyways. Okay, I can sell that because I'm not going to be needing it. I'm going to hold on to this because apparently that might come... That might be important. Holding on to that, and boom. Thank you for your patronage. Fatefinder's shield. Okay, and definitely buy this. I probably actually want him to have more dodge than parry anyways. Huh. Okay. There's Lantry.
At least in theory, I'm supposed to be observing history and not getting myself wrapped into it. All the same, this is the thrill of a lifetime. Rarely does one stand so close to monumental moments in the making. If given the choice between a multifaceted hive mind of treachery and a surly old soldier, General Grumps is the wiser choice. It's patently obvious which Archon is truly loyal to Kairos. So, I must ask, are you planning on taking sides in the Civil War? Or do you have other plans?
Huh. I'm a servant of the Archon of Justice. That much has not changed.
Dutifully spoken. It is Tunan's duty to arbitrate matters between the Archons, so this rift between Ash and Narat certainly falls under his jurisdiction. And here you are, thrust in the middle of the dispute. No doubt the mighty adjudicator will be relying heavily on you to get to the truth of the matter. Whatever you do next, consider that many eyes will be upon you, for you have both delivered and taken away the Overlord's edicts, and few will know how to make sense of the latter. You are an exception the Archons cannot afford to ignore. They will likely aim to control or destroy you.
Huh. Have you heard of edicts being broken before?
Most of Kairos's edicts were either worded to end in a manner of the Overlord's choosing, or the edicts have simply continued in perpetuity. That's not to say there haven't been stories of broken edicts. They're just uncommon. The oldest is, I think, Golbraith and the Edict of Sorrows, and that tale dates back to around the year 110. Aside from you, the most recent was the Edict of Twisting Grasses, back in 380. In all these stories, Kairos's edict very clearly gives its victim a single way to escape, and someone manages it. What's never happened is the pure abatement of an edict, like using a spell of warding or cancellation.
Huh. Have a moment. Let's talk further. Let us discuss current matters.
How can I help?
Know anything about the region we're in?
The spires predate us all. As far as I know, we're the only ones who've been up here since... ever? I think this might be a first. Perhaps the real Trailblazer had trouble getting down and was lost to history. Of course. How can I help? The spires predated, of course. How can I
That
help?
should be grayed out now. Anyways, what are your thoughts on our traveling associates?
Are you asking for an objective assessment? Or is this your way of saying you want to gossip?
Both. Anyways.
I know little of swordplay, and couldn't work a curve and arrow to save my life. I can't really comment on the lady.
Lady, you're just afraid to talk in front of me, clear as day. Your sweat is easier to read than your ink scribbles.
What? No, not at all. I just don't know how to comment on a warrior's worth, that's all.
Spare me your blather. Think that, do you? Didn't know you had such swollen hope for me.
No need to keep secrets, Lantry.
A most fascinating specimen. I think she has great potential. A dangerous amount of potential, to be blunt. The Scarlet Furies are the fighting elite of the Scarlet Chorus, and that means floating to the top of a sea of blood and chop. We should consider ourselves lucky to have her on our side, with her weapons usually pointed away from us.
What about Beric?
He is a proper Northman, with duty in his blood, which makes me suspect his loyalty to Ash is stronger than his loyalty to you. As long as your interests remain aligned to Graven Ash, this shouldn't be an issue. I must admit, I am completely fascinated by his predicament. Ever tried diagramming the articulations of his armor? Don't. It'll only lead to madness and ruination.
How about Ebb?
Good tidecasters stay underwater. Kairos did the Tears a favor by erasing those moon howlers from history. A shame one of them escaped justice.
I like that I make you this agitated. Considering all the things that don't seem to bother you in the slightest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of getting off on how much power you're giving me here.
Ah, and then there's your coquettish act whenever someone calls you on your teeth. I'll be the one ready to tangle when, not if, you decide to pounce.
Phrasing? Phrasing? Anyways. I have some questions for you.
I am nothing if not a semi-reliable font of knowledge. What did you want to discuss?
More about you. Me? Well, I'm fine. Darn it, no! Anyways, I'm fine, but not very fascinating subject. I study interesting people, enough to know I'm not one of them. What's your story? Tell me about your origins. Someday, someone half your age will ask you to sum up your life, and you'll realize what an odious request that is. Well, where to start? I grew up in Asunder. I was born right after independence from the realm of Stalwart. So yeah, do the math, and you'll realize I'm old. A treaty that ended with the firm's stipulation that that Sunder chose to leave, and that Stalwart did not lose a civil war. The free city of Sunder marks 347 TR as its year of independence. He's pretty spry for 84. Holy crap, he's 84. Jesus. My parents were harbor hands. My mother never returned from a voyage, and my father lost his hand to infection and decided to sell me to the School of Ink and Quills. Any other family? Irrelevant. If they exist, they are strangers. Family ties are severed when joining with the sages. At least in principle. The school has had its share of favoritism for blood relatives. As a novice, I was assigned to the Devacoats. Where I learned how to raise and groom birds to carry misses. Oh. Oh yeah, it's still that day and age. And most of my early tomes are on the subject. 10 years and several tomes later, someone decided I was ready to be welcome into the inner circle and shown the ways of magic. And since then, I've spent a great deal of time in field study, which I suppose readied me for life after the fall of the Vellum Citadel. Well, as much as anything could ready one for the strangeness of these days. Were you born Lanchi, or did you take that name on joining the School of Ink and Quill? Most of the agents take a new name when they join the school, but for me, the transition was difficult at first. I stuck to my old commoner name, and then just never got around to picking some, no, we're good. I just stuck with my old commoner name and just never got around to picking some high Fulton name like Sage Apophasis or Sage Dangled Participle. Anyways, is this your true scan? Did you always want to be a mage? I cannot imagine doing anything different. As well as my youngest days, I yearned for battle and glory like most boys I knew. Having now seen how short a soldier's life can be, I look back on the old calling, the old mindset, and laugh. So really, what's your story? What do you mean by that? I know you're smarter than you act. Extend me the same courtesy. Lanchi strokes his beard, leaving flecks of sepia among his white whiskers. I was on the take from the voices of Nerat, or at least an agent of his sent me to the School of Ink and Quill 30 years back. It'd be years later until I made the connection to the Archon. Well, most people think the war began 3 years ago, but the voices of Nerat has his hands in the things sooner than that. I was part of that early invasion. An eager kid happy to accept a 30-year assignment that comes with an education. Oh. What else aren't you telling me? Well, I should admit I might have been taking an interest in your history since I learned about your proclamation of the Edict of Storms. In truth, I am deeply curious about any who have lived as vessels to Kairos' most supreme magic. When I heard you were proclaiming a second edict, I had to find a way for us to meet. Being tied up in a prisoner camp was not the intended plan. So you advocating surrender to Kairos was the end of your long plan?